Welcome to the newsstand of the hottest new podcast, Opinions 2 Million, with your hosts, Big G, Money Mo, and Shawnee, where we'll be discussing the latest and greatest heat from the culture. Man, did you hear that beat drop? You ain't ready. Let's get straight into it. Opinions to reach 1 million followers, opinions to reach $1 million. New pod dropping every week. I officially welcome you to Opinions 2 Million podcast. Let the beat rock. Welcome. We back for another one, man. We done hit a landmark. We on episode 10. We got the original gang in the building. We got Shawnee. We got Money Mo. We got Big G. We're repping on Veterans Day, man. We got to give a shout out to our man Mo for protecting the serving us. Let me ask you something, Mo. Can you be a veteran? Can you be still enlisted and be a veteran at the same time?
Yeah, it's crazy. They don't make sense, but it's because you would think it'd be like, because they low-key got like an Armed Forces Day, where it's like people that's active, but like people just kind of combine the veterans and the people that's active with Veterans Day, even though it don't make sense. So
yes, sir. Shawnee gonna go ahead and give us this rundown today of our list of topics. Let's get to it.
Yeah, before I start as well, happy Veterans Day to Money Mo. But we're gonna talk about the Ye interview he did. We got the Wealth or Fame conversation, which you would choose. Then we're going to talk about Astroworld with the whole Travis Scott situation that happened at his concert. Then we got the boxing UFC fights that happened this past weekend. We got a lot to talk about there. We got Jeff Bezos and Leonardo DiCaprio, the little whole situation they had when they met. Jeff Bezos' girl met Leonardo DiCaprio. We got Will Smith and Jada, their whole relationship, what's going on, how they're going back and forth. And then finally, the video that everyone and most people saw with the Popeyes rats.
Man, we got a list today, man. We're going to go ahead and get started with Yee. Yo, did y'all know that? Like, I know when we talked about it last time, him changing his name, like, Yo removed his last name. His whole name is just Yee. I didn't know that.
It's just Ye. Yeah, yeah. It's crazy, but that interview was that interview. I think Kanye they finally broke him out of the show. Yeah,
it explained a lot. So like I before I had watched the whole interview, like we all saw clips of it. I saw the clip and I felt like it was the agenda was to like make it look like he was going against Big Sean. But when you watched it, it wasn't even that, right? I feel like, I mean, if you knew what was going on before, Big Sean was leaving good music. And they wanted to make an agenda like Kanye was against Big Sean the whole time. But for him, in his perspective, it was like, oh, I did so much for this guy. And it was a lot of stuff. It's not just that, like the whole Drake situation that he explained a lot.
Deep into it, man. First off,
he was
overall, what you thought about the interview, man. Then we can get into a different topic. Overall, what did you think about it?
I think it was good. Like he explained himself. Like we got a better understanding of, I mean, as always with all of his interviews, of what he's really trying to do and accomplish and has accomplished.
Yeah, it gave me like a like when Kanye speaks in the interview, it clears up like the agenda that people try to bring into him. That he has a mental illness, he going to a stage. Like Kanye just doing this type of stuff because he just I can do whatever I want. There's nothing wrong with that dude, and he realized he can control the media. So this opened up a big stage for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it like this. I really ain't no Kanye fan, even though I think Donda is better than CLB. But I mean, it was a cool interview, like Mo said. He explained himself on things. I personally, I just think Kanye West is just like the half-baked ice cream, yo. Like it seemed like he got a lot of good foundational principles, but when you flush it out, it just, man, some of the stuff he be saying make no sense, yo.
Yeah, the thing about Kanye too, he was like,
he was trying to get into the slavery stuff, yo, and all of this, like, with the Plan B and birth control. I was just like, I don't know, man. You gotta have
the thing about Kanye
thinking.
too. With Kanye, like on that platform that he's in, when he start talking about like the Bible and stuff like that, if he's on the platform he's in, he can't be like on a set, on a video, like smoking and drinking. Like I think he's kind of confused, and like in terms of like where he's at, like spiritually. But like if he on a platform that big, in order to set an example, you know what I'm saying, he gotta kind of.
It's like maybe it's like nobody's perfect, right? So it could
not
be
nobody
like,
on that platform though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's
Like
just like
everybody's
maybe
watching.
he's doing stuff wrong and he makes mistakes just like everyone else, but he's still trying to like,
Yeah,
find the
yeah,
right
he
path and
definitely trying.
find God. I mean, look at the
Right.
Donda album. I think it was you could kind of say how has a lot of gospel influence into the music.
Yeah, definitely.
Where you're like when you look at like Drake, like complete opposite. Nowhere, no God, nothing. Like
Yeah, but like the thing about Kanye is like he got all those people listen to the like Sunday service, and then they're gonna turn into an interview like that.
yeah.
See him drinking and smoking, they like, oh, we can drink and smoke. Like
No,
obviously,
I
like
think he
nobody's
mentioned
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah,
But with smoking, I feel like that's kind of false too. He mentioned how he doesn't really smoke
yeah,
and
yeah,
smoke
definitely,
on there.
definitely.
Yeah, he just hit it once and then drinking. Yeah, I agree. That's something that he needs to fix.
On a big platform, we all not perfect, but like on this
Yeah.
platform, it's like, all right.
Right,
Nah,
you
but
can't
I
be
feel like his heart's in the right place. So I think
Yeah,
at the end
definitely,
of the
definitely.
day,
yeah.
that's
I
all
mean,
that really matters.
even going back to what you guys were saying about him speaking of the other things about the situation that's going on with the Plan B, or like his mind is in the right place. He's trying to say it better for the community. I know it comes off wrong, and it still does, no matter what.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day, he still wants what's best for everybody, and it's not even like looked at it like that way. It's just like, yo, he's just crazy. I mean,
yeah.
his whole thing, even when he was talking about the Plan B, it was like, yo, this was made to like limit the Black community.
Man, you having a little audio issues there, Shawnee. But Mo, let's start dissecting some of these topics, y'all.
Yes, let's do it.
Do you really think he put everybody in the group text and said, I'm worth
Yes.
more than all of y'all combined? Can we break down some of these numbers, man? I don't think Ye
Yes, he
is
is.
really worth 6 billion, yo. You're not
I
gonna
don't-
6
So
billion.
he's not worth
That's
that,
what he
but,
said in his joint. He worth 6
I
billion.
know. But I thought about it, like all the people putting a group message, they probably around like 200 mil each. I think Kim
Nah,
Kardashian probably the closest.
He
Jay
said
was in
Jay-Z
there.
was in there.
But Jay-Z's probably worth, I think, 700 million.
Nah,
Plus
yo, he
Beyonce.
worth a
Plus
billion.
No, he's
Beyonce
over a
is
billion. Jay's been over a billion.
I thought him and Beyonce combined.
Nah,
But Kanye's
yo.
still richer than them combined.
And
Yeezy
wasn't they
brand
said
is
Kim
like,
Kardashian worth a billion? Kylie
Yeah,
Jenner is worth a billion.
but he didn't put Kylie in there. I think it was just like
He
he's
said
richer than Kim
Pusha-
K and Jay-Z combined. He's richer than that. And then you add Drake. Drake probably got like 300 million.
I don't think Drake's that rich, man. I don't think
He
Drake's
is.
making
He
strategic
definitely is.
moves. Nah,
He
yo. He
definitely
might
is.
be rich, but he ain't wealthy, yo. He ain't making strategic moves with his money. I don't
He
think
said the net worth online is fake. Don't listen to that.
no,
He got his own plane,
look at
Air
this man
Drake.
with this man with the quotables.
Oh,
The quotables.
hey, but that thing with Big Sean, I think he actually, because
Nah,
he
yo,
said
you
Big Sean
trying to
didn't
switch the
support him on
question,
his
yo.
campaign.
Where do
Nah.
you think his money coming? Is Yeezy? Where's
It's
the
Yeezy and
money
Gap
coming
brand.
from?
So he
you
even
saying that he
mentioned-
got a $4 or $5 billion deal from Gap? Yo, that don't make no sense.
No, I'm saying like the Yeezy brand is worth way
Yeah,
more.
even
I think.
Yeezy, like the numbers just came out.
I
The
think it's
guy
worth
that-
like 3 billion.
the person that came up with the name Yeezy, didn't he give it? Isn't he giving him I don't know
Yeah,
how many
500 million.
500 million. So
Nah,
that can
50
just tell.
million. Come on, yo, y'all just making stuff up.
Yeah,
now,
50
yo.
million.
Okay, there was a 5 in there.
50 million and 5%.
Yeah,
That's a lot of
stock
money though.
equity.
So
No,
you
It
he could have.
is.
Benny
Yo.
Siegel could have got more if he would have, but it's a friendly
so
deal.
just imagine how much he's making off of Yeezy if he's willing to
This
give out
man
that
said
much.
500 million.
Yo, Benny Siegel could have arguably got like 25% of the whole. He could have got way more. Obviously, it's a friendly deal. Like, oh, that's a friend. So I'm
don't
not
think
gonna
he's
try to
actually
steal
gonna
him.
give it?
That's when you got to know business, yo. Because
I
if you
know.
would have had first mark or some proof that you are saying that or had rights to that word before Kanye did, then
Yeah, Kanye messed up by saying it on a podcast though, because that could come back to haunt. I'm like,
but it seems to all be love, and man, I mean that's real.
Yeah,
good that he
definitely.
gave him the money, but y'all been rushing to get to this Big Sean topic, man. What's going on
Oh,
with
yeah.
Big Sean?
yeah, it was actual diss because he said that Big Sean didn't support him during his campaign. But like,
Before we get
I
to
think
the
it's all-
campaign, like, isn't it true that Kanye gave Sean a shot? He said that he put him on. Like nobody, from my understanding, Kanye met Big Sean when Big Sean was rapping outside of a radio station,
yeah, that's how it happened. Like,
and he put him
Rick
on.
Kanye, yeah. So Big Sean basically was outside the radio station. He told Kanye, "Yo, can I rap for you?" Basically, so Kanye was the main, like everything Big Sean could ask for, basically, all because of Kanye. Big Sean, yeah.
I think the whole issue, man, I think like people are looking at it wrong, and maybe Big Sean and them is looking at it wrong. I think it's like this, right? If if I'm rocking with you, if I'm rocking with Mo and Shani, right, and I go do something crazy, like run for president, like when they come to y'all, it's just like, all right, you can disagree with me, but the like disrespect, I think that's where he was coming from. It's like, all right, like because he even said it, like Pusha T wasn't on the bandwagon, but it's like, all right, you don't got to throw the jabs just so that you can, totally please the other side. And I think that's the only thing
wasn't
he was
it
really saying.
But didn't have to do with the voting for when he was running, wasn't it?
Running for president.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, all right, well, we got to make it another scenario. So like, Kanye is running for president, right? You don't necessarily agree with him running for president, but it's not like you got to get out there and say
disrespect
he's crazy. Right? Oh, he's mentally. I don't know why he's doing this. Be like, man, I don't know if that's the right move. You keep it respectful, and you know what I'm saying, and save face. I felt like what Ye is thinking, or Ye, is that they completely sold him out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I mean that's right. But I mean you gotta look at it
for the Democrats.
In his perspective, it's like even if you don't necessarily think that he can do it, if he feels like his friends didn't really like believe in him, don't go out and like put him down. Let him try it on its own. If it works out, then just you can still be there. But if you're out already like putting him down, like you ain't gonna do it. Like you're not.
But also that could be the effect of the Henny, because Big Sean said after the interview, before Big Sean even knew about the interview, Kanye texted him like it's all good, like wasn't even talking about the interview. Then it came out, Kanye was like, yo, we just texted with each other.
Yeah.
Nah, Mo, but I think you missing the point, yo.
No, I get you. It just
he
came
didn't
out.
have no problem with him. The only problem he having is like, yo, you didn't have to throw me down under the bus to do whatever you was doing, yo.
It was something about Big Sean wanting to leave. Good. I heard like a few weeks before this interview or a week ago that Big Sean wanted to leave good music or was playing.
Yeah, he left it. He left it.
Yeah, he left it. So do you guys think that was before the podcast had come out?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's still a lot of stuff going on. Like what happened to the whole thing of Kanye doing and releasing his contract and all that crazy stuff, his record deal, and said that he was going to give all his artists their masters back. It seemed like that didn't happen either.
Right.
Didn't Big Sean tweeted something about that? I was supposed to get my masters back and all of this stuff.
Well, like Andy said, it might have been the Henny that was speaking.
Yeah, because it was like
nah, that had been happened though. The masters joint.
Yeah, you're right. Before the Henny hit.
Been happened. That was the. You said blaming on the alcohol.
But even the topic with Drake, like you could tell Kanye, you can tell Drake is a slick dude. Like he takes jabs. That forces Kanye to
Did you hear Kanye's perspective on what he was saying about Drake though? How like the way Drake attacks you is very like spy like and not like like texting all the girls and your family and your crew and then moving a few blocks away and Drake is a very I don't know the word for this but he's a
deceiving person.
Like and then he comes off like he says like on the internet like Kanye says he'll come off as this like person that's not doing all this stuff and then same thing going back to him putting out his address right like it was like oh this whole agenda was like Kanye is so wrong for doing that and we even spoke
but
about
he was wrong for that.
Like he said, everyone already knew about it.
But nobody's gonna look up Kanye's address. I mean, they can find out on the line too. But
no,
Drake's
they said that everyone already knew. A tourist attraction.
He said it was like a monument.
But it's
I'm pretty sure most Stan already had it. Mo already had the address.
Once you see it, once somebody actually tells you it, even though you could look it up, you can look up everybody's. Once somebody actually tells you it, you're like, okay, all right, Birdo Lane.
No, but if my agenda wasn't like, if I'm not going out to hurt Drake, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, now let me hurt Drake because I found his address. If someone that was after Drake and got it, they would have already,
I think he gave a good analogy with the boxing, though. He was like, man, you didn't see what what he was doing to me, but when Mike Tyson bit the ear off or when I leaked the address, it's like everybody's like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's way too far.
But at the same time, the whole Drake Pusha thing where Kanye told Pusha about the baby thing, you know what I'm saying? We got to hear both sides of the story. Obviously, you hear one side.
We heard Drake's. Didn't he go in the barbershop or what was it with the LeBron, the shop and then talk about it? But that was a while ago when it initially happened.
Yeah, about his kid, like before or something like that. Yeah. But Kanye gave Pusha the drop on his kid. Kanye then Pusha dissed Drake. you know what I'm saying, messed up his kids' announcement and stuff like that, making people think he a deadbeat.
Nah, yo, you get Mo. Come on, yo, you gotta keep it a stat. Trying to do some kind of Nike deal around you releasing that you got a kid is corny, yo.
But hey, it would have been.
Mo's like anything for the bag, yo. Anything.
I'm done. But y'all really think Drake was going to try to hide his kid? Like,
yo, they said he was prepared
know.
in some kind of like jumpsuit or some goofy stuff. Yeah.
They said y'all bullied Drake into raising his child.
Exactly. That's all because of Kanye. So we got to hear both sides.
That's right.
So Anthony, you're saying he bullied him into raising his kid? I think the people did.
No, I'm
right
talking about
thing.
all the memes and stuff that came from Kanye.
Nah,
you can't mess. No, man, can't mess with them thoughts. What is Jay Prince doing? Did y'all see that video?
Yeah.
This for
Gary personally. This is for Gary.
Drake
is not entertaining. Drake is not entertaining no GD movement at all. Drake not trying to pick a side because he got Lil Durk on his side. If he get on there saying free Larry Hoover, Lil Durk gonna be like, oh, I thought you know what I'm saying? So he's not gonna entertain that. Maybe an apology, but not the Larry Hoover.
No, I don't know, Mo. Did you
Gary
see
knows
that?
it too.
He posted a picture with Larry Hoover. With Larry Hoover Jr. and Jay Prince.
Yeah, Drake did that right recently.
Man, ain't nobody worried about Dirk. Don't got that much clout, yo. You was really brainwashed with this Dirk. Dirk is a little man in the game, yo.
The whole industry.
Man, Young Boy is out now. Young Boy is out. All that is over. Dirk cannot hang with Young Boy, man. And let's put it on the record now, Mo. What you trying to do?
But the whole industry is kind of on the BD side.
Oh my!
You know it too. The whole industry is BD'd out.
I don't know nothing. Mo is he be on that Chirac Trilogy Reddit too much, yeah.
It is for the one. It's like Dragon Ball Z. It's like Gary keep the updates on Truth Teller.
Did you see the one joint? Yo is like, Truth Teller hit yo for an interview. Yo texted him.
Oh, yeah, he was dead or something like that.
6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning, and then texting him back at 9:30 in the morning, like, yo,
that dude
hit him back like, what's up? And yo said, I don't want to do no interview with you.
Yeah, this dude, I hope he stays safe because he be playing with the wrong people. But they're not like celebrity action figures. These dudes known for it. Yo be on
that joint, be like, man, the fans be saying, a lot of crazy stuff is going down at the McDonald's, and I'm not trying to get into all of that, but you know what I'm saying? What happened at the McDonald's,
Right. Yeah, he'd be too funny. I think people watch it because it's funny.
Nah, we gotta get back on topic though.
Let's keep it moving. Let's move to the next topic. We're gonna move from Kanye to the next. Next topic is wealth or fame. Which one would you rather have? So when Anthony start and answer. Sorry, Mo, answer that question.
I feel like I'd rather have fame only because you always have opportunity to gain wealth. Because if you're famous, you can do anything to get rich. I feel like I can start a podcast and just make money. You can do anything you want to, kind of. Obviously, the fame is going to kill you where you want your private life. But I think your opportunity to make money is unlimited if you're famous.
How about you, Gary? What do you think? Let's hear your perspective.
Gary, no, I'm right too.
The most tripping, man. Send me to the bank.
God. Yeah.
Nobody got to know me, man. As long as I can count them greenbacks and them dead presidents, man, I don't care about no fame, man.
Let's say this.
Money buys you access. If you want to become famous, man, you can put the money into it, man. All of this stuff about being famous at the end of the day is a money game anyway. It takes money to get you in your eyeballs. It takes clicks, man. You want to promote something, marketing. Money buys the marketing, man. So, Mo saying, he can take the audience and take them different places, man. If you got the bread, you can buy the audience. You can target the audience. So for me, man, give me the paper.
So same with me. I'll go with just because I feel like with fame, all you get, you just getting rich, right? At the end of the day, what you're trying to do is get rich when you already have that, right? Why would you go after fame when you're trying to get rich and fame when you can already have that on the other side?
Let's put a thing on it. let's say like wealth is like, all right, they give you 2 million or famous, or you rather be famous. 2 million.
That's rich. Wealth is different. I'm talking about wealth where you just got money, like you
like
have to work
assets and stuff
endless,
like
endless amount of like.
let's say your
money
net worth is 2 million.
Compared to, but if
Fit
there's,
being
there's famous, there's people that are famous that don't have money, right? They're like might be really
That's what I'm
famous,
saying, but they mess. Yeah.
So it just because you're famous doesn't necessarily mean that you. I mean, of course, you can act like you can get more
Yeah, like
access
do a
to,
podcast.
like access to more marketing and like ads or whatever. However you get your bread, but I would just always just because I guess it depends on your personality too, right? Like if you got the money, you just chill, and unless you want people to, and you know what comes with fame. Look at Kanye, look at Drake. You know what comes with that. You don't want that.
Yeah,
but I think fame comes and goes too easy, right? Like Z's saying, when we say wealth and we say rich, that's two different things. Rich is just having money. Wealth is being able to sustain yourself. So like Mo said, you can have $2 million and be wealthy if that 2 million is in tangible assets that are paying you, right? So if you got some houses you renting out, or you got something that is actively giving you residual income, like that 2 million net worth don't really mean much, because you might be making 200,000 a year off of those assets. You see what I'm saying?
I feel like it's definitely like all about scenarios. Like in terms of famous, like what type of level of famous we talking about?
Yeah.
Like we talk, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
we
talk about
famous in your high school, or are you famous?
Aiden Ross. Yeah, Aiden Ross. It's like like
but
Rich
let me
Paul,
ask you this. We see the fame, right? Like, I feel like right now in today's society, it's so easy to get famous, but finding a way to capitalize and get the bag, quote unquote, is harder. So say something like the Island Boys. Look how fast they blew up, yo.
Yeah.
The Island Boys.
Right.
Like now, what's the projection for them? Like it seems like after Halloween, after everybody dressed up as them, like it's over. If you don't got no plan to, convert that fame into money, because at the end of the day, most people want money. I don't know a lot of famous people that want fame and don't want to have any wealth.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot more wealthy people that would rather have the wealth than fame.
Yeah.
I feel like fame, you have to have both. I don't know any famous people that want to be broke. Like they want to just have to be infamous. Like just everybody.
But there's people that like run out of money. You see people like rich or famous people that get like have bankruptcies. Like I don't know, Allen Iverson being one of them. Like he gambled all of it. I know Michael Jordan had a problem with that, but he's got Jordan running for him so well, so he doesn't really have to worry about that.
Yeah. But at the same time, like opportunities, like I feel like a company will hire you just because you're famous type stuff. Like I feel like
for like marketing, they wouldn't hire you to do like
delusional.
No, like if you like, all right, look, I'm trying to think of somebody like that's famous that doesn't really like do any like sports and nothing like that. Because they would bring the audience.
So I mean, you can look at it kind of like, I mean, I know kind of like Stephen A. Smith, right? He's kind of like he's famous, but he doesn't have like, I mean, I know he's got a good contract, so that's a bad example.
Yeah.
But like people that everyone and anyone knows, but aren't necessarily that rich, is kind of like people I guess you see on TV, but they just don't have the capital.
Well, Stephen A. Smith can get a job anywhere.
Depends.
That's kind of what I mean. Cause like, all right, he's famous. Like, he's going to bring so much to this company.
But when you say like anywhere, you're talking about like they're doing like they're running an ad with him, or they're hiring him to like do.
They'll do. I think they'll hire him over like a electrical engineer at an engineering company.
Tripping, yo.
To do what? To run an ad. Other than that, if you're not running an ad, he's no good to him. He's not going to go work in their IT department.
You're going to hire somebody fresh out of college, or that somebody. If you got a company, you're going to hire Stephen A. Smith or somebody fresh out of college.
It depends on what your credentials are. And look at what I'm looking. No, but am I trying to run an ad with Stephen A. Smith? I'm gonna put him on the face of the ad. Yes, I'll use him, of course. Man. But if I'm trying to like actually run the company, the kid matches my.
But you can hire other kids, and then Stephen A. Smith be.
Man, Stephen A. Smith banned from the cookout. Man, it's over for him.
Oh my!
It's over.
Yeah, he is.
It's over for him.
Yeah.
Nah,
that's how
Mo, you can't really argue because like Mo's saying. Like what me and Z are saying is like, we'll take the wealth and that's it. Mo's whole caveat is that I'll take the fame and then I can get the wealth, right?
Right.
We're on. I feel like, and that's kind of where the argument is flawed on the fame side, because everybody on the fame side is like, all right, I'm gonna use the fame to get the wealth. Most of the people on the wealth side are saying, I don't want the fame. They're not saying, like, their first argument isn't, I'm gonna use my wealth to get the fame. There's like, give me the money, I'm gonna be satisfied. But and I feel in order to be content on the fame side, that a level of wealth or money needs to be there, right? You can't feed your family off of fame.
But you can definitely.
We're not saying that there's not ways to make
it's
money.
more about like your mindset, right? There's people that
get it.
Have the fame, but don't have the mindset that I need to
use
I'm
saying
to
like,
get more
but
money.
If I was famous, I wouldn't be like the island boy. I would save the money up. Say, no, my time is running out.
That's your mindset, right? But there's people that have the fame and don't necessarily want to use that thing to get
that's
money.
Why it's like scenario.
They just want more followers, and more like eyeballs on their.
We can use a real life scenario. Mo, you got all those retweets on that post you did.
But that's not famous.
That is famous. People
so how could you convert that to money?
You really think I'm gonna choose that little fame over like $2 million?
That's
I'm
more
talking
fame
about, like,
than what we
I'm
had.
talking about. All right, say if I was a little pump.
Lil Pump's, well, see, that's bad because
I know my time is gonna run out, but all the shows I'm doing will get me to $3 million. And I'm gonna say that up, and I'll still have the name as Lil Pump with $3 million in the bank.
All right, but there's also another thing with wealth. When you had wealth, I'm sure there was a way you got that wealth. With fame, after your fame runs out, how are you going to generate more money?
Got famous do something to get money.
And that's not going to be there forever. That's what we're saying.
And I'm saying you're getting the money. You to be famous, you gotta have like money prior.
Why? No,
like,
that's
you had
not
to
true.
have like you had to
you
get
might have
it,
like
man,
athletes have skill. That's not true.
In
like,
today's society,
don't have.
You can get fame so fast, man.
Yeah, you can make a stupid video.
I'm pretty sure the Island Boys didn't have that much money when they.
I hate to use this example. Look at Bad Barbie, like OnlyFans. She's famous, so all the money.
No comment. OnlyFans. I ain't
however much money she makes, just because she's famous.
We don't know why you know this, but we're gonna.
Gary know that. So
don't put it on me. I don't know that.
You the one that said it.
Not condone anything she does, but it's like she's famous, so the opportunities came.
And you knew about him.
But like, yeah, like we all.
Now we all. Don't put us in that.
It's a lot of category. People, it's like, I think with fame, it's way more opportunities.
Nah, man, I don't know about all that.
Yeah. Well, I was just saying my position. If I was famous,
good examples are these people on TikTok, right? They have like so many videos, and they're making all of these. Even YouTubers, they have fame. They have these people, but that doesn't mean that they live in like a nice $3 million, $5 million house.
So look. Would you rather be Drake? Or would you rather have $100 million in the bank right now?
100 million, easy. But Drake has more than 100 million. But I would just say a little bit more, just because Drake has.
Let's say you started from $0 and you're Drake right now. You would have 100 million to be Drake.
But Drake's gonna be coming with the money. He already had.
But Drake's being Drake, I'll surpass that 100 million.
Exactly.
Soon. So I'd rather be Drake, the famous. So.
No, I'm saying that Drake. Right now, didn't we talk about in the beginning how Drake is worth 200, 300 million? Is that what you guys said? So that conversation doesn't. Why would I choose 100 million, which is obviously less?
No, I'm saying, what if you're Drake, but you had no money? You started right now.
Oh, if I had no money,
you started,
of course. Started right now. I would just, I mean, he could easily run some ads, but it depends on his mindset.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'd rather have a cold hard cash.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be Drake.
Next topic, side now.
Drake's not that well liked. All right, man. We're gonna go from this intellectual debate. What's next? The disaster that happened at Travis Scott's concert.
Yeah. Like we definitely talk about that one.
Astroworld, man, that joint's crazy. You know they just updated, just claimed another person's life, man.
Yeah,
nine
people
dead. Brain dead.
We're gonna go ahead and take a couple seconds of silence for the victims.
Yeah. The crazy thing about that, people keep playing with God, man. Like all the little like demonic rituals they doing at these concerts, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy. It's just like,
do you think that it's done by accident, or it's done intentionally?
Nah, that stuff is definitely done intentionally. Yeah.
You think so? With like the whole like the devil walking in with like devils or walking in as humans. You think all that's intentional?
Definitely.
It's crazy. It's crazy in the mindset behind it though, because it's like, really, what do they think? They think they're like Satan. Like, what is it?
I think they're trying to, I don't know, man. There's this weird thing in the rap culture where some of the, it's kind of like segregated or splitting off, where some of the rappers are trying to kind of go and say they're not rappers and they're artists, and they're kind of merged with like the hardcore rock scene. So I think like Travis Scott is kind of one of the leaders of that. And for
Right.
one way they just show it is by flirting with this devil worshiping stuff. And I feel like some of the people that would fall in that camp would be like Ski Mask.
Lil Uzi was.
I think Uzi is like on like the middle, right? I think he's teetering the line. Like he does mess around with it, but I think
he
his
messes around
music,
with a lot. Like
he
upside down
messes. But
cross.
I
his
think
name,
he's still
I think.
like Uzi, like Trippy Red, XXX was messing around with it.
Yeah.
Who else is some of the people? Playboy Cardi, right? So I think they're like in that category, or they're trying to capitalize on that hardcore rock scene as well as rap.
I know Kanye wasn't really like necessarily worshiping the devil, but like, you know, calling himself God and like that type of stuff was just.
And he knows it. He knows that was crazy too. That was like a little.
Yeah. So
I think
mean,
like
go ahead.
To me, it's crazy how out there it is nowadays, like with the Lil Nas X choosing like that. But Lil Nas X wasn't even the first one. It was just like when people go for Halloween, they got, you know what I'm saying, devil ears, you know what I'm saying, Duke basketball team, they the Blue Devils. It's really out here, but it's just like crazy. Like how like it's becoming so normal for people. That's how you know this world kind of coming to an end. It's like, dang.
Right.
Yeah,
so these portals are opening up.
Too deep with that satanic worship and stuff. That's why I don't really mess with them cats like that. But man, let's get to the biggest question. Do y'all think Travis Scott got any fault here, man? I want to know what y'all think. You think is any of this his fault? Any of this should be placed on his shoulders, man? That's a big question.
The biggest thing I heard, or it was a guy that was like going around stabbing people with syringes, with drugging them. So, I mean, I think that's not his fault, but I think security, I heard one of the guys one of the security guards at the event gave an interview, and he was saying they were significantly understaffed, like for the event. They knew they didn't have enough people. And you saw videos of people running over people trying to run through the gates.
Right.
So I mean, it's kind of on him to not.
From what I heard, the syringe has only been confirmed in one person, right?
Right.
So that I don't know if it's as big of an issue as people trying to make it out. From what the police have said, that they confirmed that one person was pricked in the neck with a syringe so far.
Yeah. Like I want to blame it on Travis as much as I do, but at the same time, you got like, you know what I'm saying, they said it was a 9-year-old that fell off his dad's shoulders. Like, why are you bringing a 9-year-old to a concert like that? And at the same time, it's like I feel like when you're performing in front of that many people, your mindset is not like, you know what I'm saying, like I feel like he's probably so gone off like drugs and probably liquor at the time. It's like he's not thinking about it. So it's like, I think anybody, if they were in this situation that festival wise, like Trippy Red, Lil Uzi, it would have probably been the same situation.
Yeah, I heard that he went to the after party and then
he didn't even know he didn't even know about the deaths.
No,
we don't know how true that is.
You're not gonna sit there and tell me, yo, that you get off the concert, you see ambulances going through and out the concert, and you're gonna get it all the way to an after party, and nobody on your whole team tells you that people died. They even classified the joint. He performed 30 minutes after they classified the joint as a what did they call it? A mass casualty, yo. You ain't gonna tell me nobody on this team nobody on this team told me that, yo. I think,
but at the same, it was Drake. It was Drake's after party too. So Drake was at the.
All right, I understand all that, man.
Nobody.
I think we're being dishonest if we say Travis don't got some blame in this. Do we got
you're right,
all the blame? No, but is there a pattern of events that he caused or has influence in the past? I mean, people are going back, all kind of videos are going out about him. He's been sued or gone to court twice for disorderly or causing riots and
Yeah,
things,
you're
and
right.
he works,
Yeah.
and he lost both of those cases, right? Did you see the promo video for Astroworld? The promo video is the people rioting and storming the gates. They are forecasting what is going on, right? So
Yeah.
like when you go through it, I think there's definitely some culpability on Travis's part, and I I think at the end of the day, it's going to come down to how the concert is structured, right? One of the big things is that is Astroworld Travis Scott concert where he hired the Live Nation to put the concert on, or did Live Nation approach Travis with an opportunity to do a concert? I think that's going to be a big deal in telling you at the end of the day who is liable, right? Because the way it's set up is that this is Travis's concert, and I'm thinking that Travis contracted with Live Nation to put the concert on, right? So at the end of the day, he would be responsible, right? So I mean, we praying for the victims and all the people making the argument, oh, he was in the stand, man, he couldn't see nothing. I just think it's a dishonest conversation, and all the people saying that, he's the only to blame is dishonest. I think a lot of people failed. I think a lot of things happened that shouldn't have happened, and the whole joint was just a major mess up,
No, there was a video of ASAP, him doing a performance, and some girl had fell, and he like stopped his whole show in the middle. It wasn't even like near the stage. It was like some late girl had fell in the middle of the crowd, and he stopped the whole show and told everyone to like pick her up. So that's like, that's what the other side's, like Gary said, is like you got to stop the thing, show, and be like, hey, if you see people falling around, and you got to help the people around you.
Yeah, the thing too was like, my thing is like he definitely got the blame. Like everything you said is true, but at the same time, he knows. I think he didn't know to the point where people were going to die. Well, I think like if somebody told him like, yo, somebody just died, he would stop the show. But I think he's probably like, oh, somebody probably just like threw up or passed out. He's like, all right, let's keep it going. And he was kind of like jerked out in his mind. So I was like, but he does deserve blame like 100%. But it's like, obviously, if he heard somebody had died, I think he would have stopped it.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta give him credit though. He did stop it once and helped out somebody that passed out, but I mean, he has to take some blame, but the venue has to take some blame. Police department. I mean, there's a lot of people. You're not gonna sit here and tell me that the police chief and the fire marshal or whoever declared it a mass casualty don't have the permission to stop it, right? From what they're reporting now is that they declared the event a mass casualty, and Travis performed for 30 additional minutes, right? And somewhere either it got miscommunicated or it wasn't communicated to Travis Scott that you need to stop the show. And from my understanding, when these performers are out there on stage, they have an earpiece, so there's no saying that you couldn't get him to pass the show. And I don't know like how normal it is for you to see an ambulance going through the middle of your concert, man, but something got to be going. If you can stop it for somebody passing out, you definitely can stop it and tell them people in the back to clear out while the ambulance go out, out of the crowd, man. Nobody can sit here and tell me that that's normal, even though it might not be your responsibility, but it's a lot going on. So you got people pricking in the neck. You got, I mean, Mo, you've been to some of these big concerts, How is it in the crowd? I've never been to
so I was
these,
like, so I thought about
concert.
it. I'm thinking about it too. And it's like, if you're a performer and you in front of all these people, your mind is like going, like, imagine how nerve-wracking that's got to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I say, he's probably drinking behind stage, trying to not get nervous before he goes out in front of all these people. So his mind is probably like gone. And it's like, he may be sobered up and it said stop the show for that one person. But like a few ambulances, he's not clearly like in the rightful thinking of like a sober thoughts of stopping it and stuff like that. Because think about it, if you go in front of all those people for a concert, you know how nerve-wracking that's got to be. I'm not trying to defend Travis, but
like you guys are talking about in the beginning, his whole what his music and his whole like theme is like promoting, right? It's promoting the devil and like hardcore probably drugs, and so the fans that are having all this stuff happen to them, they're not obviously not coming there sober, right? They're off of probably like God knows what, right? That's causing this and this and happened, but it kind of does go back to his music, what it promotes, like the heavy.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think
so that all plays a part, man. I just can't. You can't honestly sit here and say that he don't have no responsibility. I mean, like the people suing Drake, that's a stretch, but you know.
And
this is definitely going to be a learning lesson. The festival is definitely going to change in a way in the future. Mo, you've been to some of these larger concerts like Rolling Loud and stuff, man.
Yeah.
How was the crowds? Like, did you ever experience anything like?
Yes,
like
I never went to Rolling Loud.
Oh, you never went?
But I went to the Drake concert. Yeah, I went to the Drake concert at the Verizon Center. But I think like with a festival, they kind of didn't care about like how many people came. Like obviously it's more, you know, say it's a limited amount of seats for like a concert inside.
That was inside, right?
Yeah, so like outside it's like, but they still had them gated in and stuff like that. So it's like, but it is a crazy vibe. Like you can tell the performer, you know what I'm saying, they definitely not in the sober mind state. You know, so half of them be throwing up on stage and stuff like that. I think you see like a couple of performers, I think.
Designer,
obviously famous.
I know that having Designer once.
Yeah, they throwing up on stage. So it's definitely a nerve-wracking thing.
Now, what do y'all think this is going to do to Travis's career? I seen that a couple festivals dropped him.
I was about to talk about that.
He got all his skins got removed off of Fortnite. They even some reports that that the Kardashians dropped him from their reality TV. They edited him out. Yeah, I think I don't know. Travis is a huge artist. I don't think it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be that. I think it's going to take him a couple years to get this thing off his belt.
Because it's going to be slander no matter what. Because he can't even drop an album. His album next is out now. People going to slander. Like, yo, you trying to drop an album.
There was even a one where the people were at a concert and they was playing his music and they started booing. And they booed until the stuff took off, man. I think this is going to be definitely a hard PR event. Like I said earlier, man, all the blame ain't on him. But, you know, he do got to take some responsibility, and this is just going to be something.
At the end of the day, they got to stop playing with God.
Yeah, he definitely got to. And then I got two questions. So how do you think this is going to affect his career? And then say when he does get uncanceled or back on the mainstream, can he continue to make the same type of music? That's my two questions.
Yeah. So I think what like Anthony said and you guys said, it's going to be a few years, but I think both your questions kind of go together. And I feel like the second part of it is I don't think his music's because you know it's like his music is very trendy, right? It's kind of like it's not very like classic. Like I wouldn't say I would listen to some of his songs, maybe a few, like 10, 20 years down the road. But so I think it's going to be, I will see how he stays with time, if he's able to stay up with the trend at the time. So I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to, because he's very trendy, but let's see if he's able to adapt to the trend in a few years.
Definitely. Yeah, I just want to know how much money he about to lose off lawsuits. It's going to be crazy.
No,
you think he'll lose the lawsuits for the debts and all the people that were injured?
I think he had like 47 lawsuits now.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're going to lose. I think they're going to lose a mass majority of that. I think they're paying out over $100 million. Yeah, let me keep it a strap.
Yep. They're going to ask Kanye. No, I was there. They're going to ask. No, now my colleague got it. But end of the day, it's like people think they're untouchable in this world. It's like, you know, I'll say people thought Travis was untouchable. Kyle, anything can happen.
Man, the world has a way of humbling you real quick, don't
exactly.
They,
yep. God get you quick.
Humbling people. Once you think you up and mighty, man, they'll set you back down real quick.
Thanks.
Man, what we got next on the docket, man? We're gonna keep this show rolling on. But
we want that quick boxing UFC.
Oh yeah, man. They had some crazy fights this weekend, man. It's definitely for all the fight fans, very entertaining. You know, you had the Canelo fight, and then you had that Usman fight for the UFC. Mo, go ahead and give us the rundown on Canelo.
Yeah, so that Canelo fight was like Canelo is like obviously the best pound for pound in boxing, but it's just like nobody's coming close in his weight classes to really competing with him. So it was this one guy named Caleb Plant who had the last belt Canelo had to get to unify the middleweights. And you know, I was like, people always want to see an underdog win, and people was like, oh, Plant could beat Canelo. But Canelo is so good that people don't realize. And then you had Plant saying mid-round, like, can I get your respect now? I'm lasting this long. Like if you're supposed to be a top dog, you telling it to somebody, you honestly know that the person you fighting is too good for anything. So it's I don't know who going. Nobody ever gonna beat Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Floyd is the greatest of all time for beating him in 12 rounds untouched. So it's just boxing is crazy.
Yeah, man, Canelo definitely a top tier fighter. What he did had to take that out to Mr. Money Mayweather. But going on in the UFC, man, UFC like this weekend was crazy. UFC definitely had an action-packed bout. They started it off with Justin Gately, man. That joint was crazy. 3 rounds. Man, that definitely had to get fight of the night. They was going in, and that joint was going round and round and round. You didn't know who was winning, who was up. They were throwing massive shots, head shots. I mean, that joint was just trading blows. I fell asleep. I fell asleep after that joint. But the main joint, Usman, man, he took the W out in the last. He went all 5 rounds with the decision and got the decision, man. But let's go back to the boxing joint, man. You saying Canelo is all that, man? And didn't he take him to the 11th round, man, to end the fight?
Yeah, but that's like Caleb Plant's supposed to be the best besides Canelo. So it's just like Canelo really killing dude. Canelo won every round if it would have went to decision.
So who do you think's winning in their prime, Floyd or Canelo in the prime?
Yeah, Floyd. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think Triple G beat Canelo that first fight. Triple G my favorite boxer ever. But I think Canelo's just too good. I don't know who he's going to face next. Maybe some of the Charlo brothers. They keep talking.
Man, I think they're a fraud, yo. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they frauds.
I think they're frauds, man. I used to follow. I was like, they might be nice, yo. Then the one loss, and he got all upset and mad. I was just like, after that, yo, I don't know about them, yo.
They cherry pick all the time.
Yeah, I don't know about them, man. All I really follow is Bomb Squad and Tank. That's it for me.
Yeah, Tank going. Yeah, Tank. You know what I'm saying? He about to fight soon. He had to get a replacement.
Yeah, that one, yo, that would have been a good fight. That one, yo, he's a little goofy. Yo, that press conference, yo, that joint was wild. That joint was crazy. That joint was crazy, man. But, man, y'all want to go ahead and give a quick NFL update?
Yeah, not really. You know what I'm saying? Ravens game.
Steelers are 5-3. We back at it. We were 1-3 at one point. You already know 4 straight.
Hey, I'm glad y'all winning. So y'all can get a high draft pick, a low draft pick. So,
what's gonna happen with y'all? Same thing.
Yeah, we got a game coming up.
It's like, no, we're not gonna be saying we're gonna get the last pick in the draft or high. We're gonna have the highest draft pick, is what you meant to say. It's like,
they're gonna get like a 27th.
Nah, I mean, like 32, 27. Oh, that's I appreciate it, but no, we going 32. So.
Okay, it's like nah. Let's move on to the next top. It's like get this day rolling.
Anthony, you want to talk about the pass interference calls, the Bears Steelers game?
Oh yeah, the ref was crazy. The refs, they got to get rid of that taunting rule. The worst rule. My thing about it, if nobody in sports agrees with the rule, why is it still implied? Nobody except for maybe the commissioner.
Even I think going back, like, why do they have that like same thing taunting with like touchdown celebration where it was like excessive celebration? Like if you scored, you wanted to celebrate, you wanted to see the people celebrate.
Exactly. Like, if every NFL fan wants something, let them have it.
Right. Even the players. But I mean, we're glad things worked towards our way as Steelers. You know, we're 5-3, moving with this momentum. But Cam Newton just got signed back with the Panthers. Finally, he's got a spot back home.
Facts.
NFL news. OBJ just signed with the Rams.
Facts. That's a good one.
And Steelers win the Super Bowl. That's your early prediction. We're gonna keep it.
Oh my God!
We all know that's not true, man. We're gonna go ahead and keep this party moving, man. The internet kind of broke this weekend with a video of Leonardo, the actor, and Jeff Bezos and his new side chick.
It's not his side
or whatever it is, wife or girl or whatever, man. They had a little interaction more. She had the googly eyes. Wherever the camera angle just made it worse, and it sounded like Leonardo was standing on some kind of platform. Yo, the way she was looking at him and just staring up at him, man. Yo, Bezos took a major L, man. That joint was crazy, man. And then Bezos the next day posted a picture of him standing on a cliff with a sign that said "Danger, steep cliff," and he tweeted it at Leo saying, "Come here, I got something to show you." Just playing around and playing into the internet. But that joint.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think this ties into like at the same time. It's like, if you really like rich as like them, it's like, can you really find true love? Because it's like, what I'm saying? Everybody knows who you are for the money and stuff like that. It's like, you really find somebody that's going to actually love you instead of like thinking.
So that kind of goes back to the thing we're talking
I know
about,
he's about to say that.
fame and wealth, right? I mean, everyone knows Bezos as well. Like,
Yeah.
he's kind of famous because everyone in the.
But he's wealthy. It's like, no.
Yeah, but he's wealthy as hell too. I think he got the fame because he was wealthy. I think it wasn't he got wealthy because he was famous. And
if you start Amazon, you get the fame. But yeah,
man, there ain't no such thing as no true love, man. You find somebody, you make a deal, and keep it moving.
Yeah, no, but I think I don't think it was
fairy tales, yo. There ain't no true love.
No, but if you famous though,
I don't.
Like, you really think she in love with? You really think she in love with Jeff Bezos?
Who knows, man? Money.
No, I don't
like no.
And if does it matter, yo? All the money he got, yo. You think he's worried about somebody loving him?
Yeah, if he feels lonely, it's like he might need somebody. If he feel lonely if you that rich.
Well, keep
sometimes.
It a stat, yo.
It's like
got $100+ billion, yo.
But who's richer right now, net worth wise? Is Elon? Elon's gonna catch up, right?
Number one.
That's
Bezos
crazy,
is
bro.
200+ billion, yo. With a B.
I think it's 3. I think it's 300.
I don't know what it is, man. That joint's crazy. But
I don't think the video is as bad. I think it was like she was just starstruck. I know Bezos got money, but she was just maybe she grew up watching DiCaprio films. But she's kind of old. She didn't look like she was that.
Nah, we definitely having a talk when we get back to the house. I ain't no capping.
Yeah.
Is no cap on that one, yo. The way she was looking at him, yo, it just made it.
Maybe she just has that type of personality. You gotta give her
platform, yo. The way she had the googly eyes looking up at him like he was some kind of god, and Bezos just sitting there looking like, nah, yo.
No, and I think with the response, people were like, "Oh, Bezos shouldn't have responded." I think he that was the best. He like played it off as a joke, right?
I think he was playing. I don't think he was serious, man. I think he was just playing.
Obviously, he was just like playing it off.
Obviously, I think in the back of his mind, he like, yo, what the freak? So,
he's like, man, I'm ready to buy this man's house, yo. What? I bet something's gonna come up in the future, yo. Bezos, Bezos gonna finance a movie with him in it or something crazy, yeah. Something. No, we gotta go back to that wealth of fame, though. You're not gonna say that Bezos is out here trying to find some true love, yo.
Yeah, he got divorced, so. He I don't know if like that has anything to do with what he expects in the future. Like probably just like all right, whatever, right? But I don't know. Anthony, I'm gonna let you take this.
Yeah, I think when you're that rich, it's like you can't like unless you go to like a secret island or something like that where nobody knows you. Yeah. But it's still but even with like you're that rich, you want to have a comfort. Like eventually you'll want to have that like wife that you hope loves you and stuff like, or girl you hope really loves you instead of like loving your money. Cause look at like Flavor of Love back then. Them shows they said you really think people love Flavor Flav.
Man, money will buy you a new girl, man. Just keep it a stat. These joints is definitely for sale out here.
It's like, and this is why we listen to Drake.
Oh, done. Hey, Drake already know it though.
We're gonna have to have a conversation about this, man. Is marriage dying out, man? What's the market is seeming real scarce right now, man.
Yeah, it's hard. It's crazy with like social media and stuff like that. But like I feel like if you play right, you got a tight relationship. You know what I'm saying? But it's like with people, it's just like people just be out there too much, and you say like people see social media stuff.
And think they should have
you see people like talking about themselves. Like I even saw like who was a Young Thug that was talking about like social media really messes with your head. So you think like even with couples, I think that it probably does it if not even worse for you, right? When you like go on social media and you're looking at other couples and you're holding yourself like we got to be at this level too. That you got to show this and this and this. So
yeah, I feel like because like with me and my wife, we like I think we go so good with each other personality wise. it like cancels out everything else. But like the people that like go after a certain person just because like the lust part of it, that's like the worst thing. If you go off for somebody that's like personality you can deal with, they got a good family, stuff like that, same relationship with God, everything will work out. But it's like with people nowadays, just like the picture, the image, and everything. You know what I'm saying?
And I think
Too many
social media is
Disney
creating
fairy
that more than
tales,
anything
man.
else.
Yeah, fairy tales, exactly.
But man, we're gonna go ahead and hit this last subject before we close it out. Man, what is going on with Popeyes? There's a video that surfaced of a Popeyes in DC, man, where that joint had a major infestation. Rats was running everywhere. My man said he was delivering the raw chicken. Said he was just trying to do his job, yo. He took a video, yo, went in that joint, man.
And he got fired.
That joint was not no Stuart Little, boy. Yo had the whole Dallas Cowboy rat running around, yo. That joint was definitely Master Splinter for real.
And we can talk about this one, then we're gonna get in quick to that Jada and Will relationship.
Yeah, we're gonna get back.
Yeah, but we'll talk about this one.
My bad, quick. I skipped that.
Nah, but they fired the dude, and it's sad because it's like, you know what I'm saying?
He brought attention to what was wrong. I don't think it was anything wrong in terms of what he did. It's like
right.
He's bringing attention to the world. If that's gonna make you lose your job, then at least
I mean, it's messed up, but oh shoot, why is my drink so loud? It's messed up, but you know, there is
like the Amazon worker.
There is a protocol, yo. Like you kind of report that to, you know,
right.
But last time I checked, yo had a GoFundMe, and I ain't gonna say, but that joint was doing pretty decent. So
for real,
my man, yo, that joint was definitely plus 40K. So
yeah.
He gonna be all right.
Hey, look, he famous now, so he got that crowd. No,
hey, yo, I think you trying to bring it back to that fame. So, but see, look, that fame is gonna go away after a few months. People aren't gonna care about him unless he knows how to make more videos about more workplaces having more rats. People are not gonna care.
He gonna do that.
He gonna be broken.
But at the end of the day, not every. These fast food restaurants are dirty.
At these rat situation, this is something that's brought attention to this store. How do you guys feel about like other stores and like maybe bougier, more? This Popeyes is like a fast food spot. Do you think? How do you feel about like, you know? I'm not saying this is true, but the whole stigma around like Chinese restaurants and the whole rat situation.
Right.
So, like you know,
I think this So I was like I've heard like situations where like, you know what I'm saying, people like make food and like lick the food, do something messed up.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, chicken a little chewy.
So at the end of the day, check your food no matter what. From fast
you gotta keep it a stack, yo. In any of these big cities, you know there's rodent infestation, man. I'm pretty sure you go in probably 70+% of these establishments in the middle of the night and cut the light on and bang on a couple shelves, you're gonna see a Master Splinter struggling across the floor. Yo, them rats look like superheroes, man. Them joints was going up the water pipes. Them joints was climbing the walls. Yeah, they was going into the ceiling.
That doesn't go crazy, man.
Something was not right with them. They had the steroid rats, yo. They was getting that good old Popeyes chicken, man. They like they was Popeyes selling, man, getting that spinach, man. I'm eating that raw chicken. Was them eating that spinach, boy. Yo, that rat definitely hit a wall climb and went straight up.
Man, that's crazy.
I would just suggest most people not to even just check your food in general. Like it could be anything and everything. Just try to make your food at home. Save money for one, and it's like you know what you're putting into it. Make it your way, whatever you want. I know it's just like where you don't really know what's going on anywhere. Not just Popeyes or Chinese.
Oh yeah.
You just don't.
The cook really has full control.
Yeah, like
most definitely, man. But I was all in a rush, man. We got one more topic, man. We got to talk about this Will and Jada situation, man.
Yeah.
Man, Jada's doing my man Will dirty, man. This is another situation. This giant, yeah, I cannot wrap my head around this, yeah.
That's crazy.
I feel bad for Will, man. Jada's definitely abusive. Something's wrong. Yep. She's controlling him.
Yep.
Man.
I think it's the situation where I know it was mentioned before, he probably cheated,
yeah,
right? And this is like her way of like she's never gonna get over it, and then like abuse him to the point where it's like she just because she's staying with him, she's doing the most, like doing all this extra stuff.
She like the
jury thing. I don't know, but did it ever come out that he did something? Because I'm pretty sure.
He definitely did. 100%.
See, you on that first wave feminist stuff, man.
No, I'm not agreeing.
I'm trying to say why she's doing.
I'm not on that. I'm not a feminist, but like
I didn't hear nothing about Will cheating, yo. I ain't hear nothing. All I hear is Jada going on Red Table Talk, talking reckless about her man that's securing her future in his house, and she's sitting real comfortable at that table, bashing her man, yo. Man,
Anthony, back me up here a little bit. Didn't you hear something about Will Smith?
I'm definitely. This
is like wild.
You heard what? What did you hear?
Yeah, I mean, I heard like, you know, saying he was.
I heard they was in an open relationship. So if they in an open relationship,
so she was definitely doing something.
That means it don't matter because they was in an open relationship.
Right.
But
I feel like if you were in an open relationship, how open would you be with your guy or your spouse? I mean, it just depends.
I could never do that shit.
Yeah, like
yo, we gotta talk about that on the pod. Yeah. We gotta have Trey. We gotta have Trey on this shit. Yeah, personally, I couldn't do it. Either, yo.
Yeah. There's no point in being in a relationship in that situation.
Right. It's like, what are you like?
Right. And like I'm talking to someone, like I remember this one dude on the ship was in a relationship. He was like, end of the day, she's gonna come back to what she knows. I'm like, yo.
Oh nah, yo. Oh nah.
I'm like, yo.
How sure are you?
I'm like, okay. Like you hear people dating strippers.
My brain would be on so much inflamed, yo. Just thinking, yo, I couldn't do it, yo.
I couldn't do it. And you hear people dating porn stars, stuff like that. It's like, I can't. It's weird.
But back to this Will and Jada, man. She did a recent Red Table Talk. She was just talking reckless about Will. Man, at this point, man, I just feel bad for Will. I think he needs to drop.
No, I feel bad for him too. There's pictures of him like sitting there.
He's a hood rat, man. He just needs to drop her, yo. Keep it a buck. You can't take you can take the girl out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the girl, man. And she talk about she always fantasizing about you. One advice tip that I learned, man, you can't mess with no girl that boyfriend has passed away, yo. Because that person can do no wrong, and you always gonna be compared to that person, man.
It's like Asian Dog King Von. Asian Dog King.
Yeah, mess the whole joint up with Jack Boy. She just gonna you can't do it, man. It's a losing battle. Don't do it. They're gone to the streets, man. That's all. That's the only dating advice I got. Don't mess with nobody.
I'll tell people this. Past does better. I know people say it's a new slate where every day you dating a girl.
You can only pair bond so many times. Yeah.
I'm talking like you got a girl that's stuck over. Got a girl you just broke up with her ex of like 10 years, and she talk about she in love with you after a week of that. You definitely got to get like that. Yeah, exactly. You know you're a rebound, so it's like, all right, you know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of stuff out being pushed out here that definitely is not true, man. You got to keep it a stack with your audience, and I'm trying to tell you, and Will, I think, is in the worst situation.
No, I think he does have it bad, but I think what's like kind of, I'm not saying that he kind of started it.
But you saying him cheating?
I feel bad now. Right? Like,
okay,
look, he allegedly cheated. I think she already got him back by cheating, but she's continuing like saying all this stuff in front of media, like saying he's not good. Yeah, like doing all this extra stuff that when she already got her revenge and he can't do nothing about it. Right. And I feel bad for him. Like you look at his face and like the type of person he is, like, you know, he's like, what the heck, bro?
Yo, she's even putting up poems of Tupac. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm finding that collectible box and I'm burning that joint, yo. I'm trying to tell you, yo, you ain't going to be releasing no poems of Tupac in my house.
Yeah. Right. Now, going back to what you said about like somebody passing away.
Look. The thing about it too is like, I feel like as a man, especially Will Smith, if he's cheated, like if he came out and said I cheated on her 50 times and she only cheated once and she's going out saying it, I feel like as a man that destroys his image. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Will, you know what I'm saying? So if he cheated 50 times and he came out, it wouldn't even matter. I feel like that's where double standards is a thing. Cause it's like, you know what I'm saying? She got entanglements.
I mean, we can talk about it, but if you keep it a stack, I definitely think it is look different as a man cheating and a woman cheating. Like,
yeah.
From my perspective, like if it's a woman cheating, yo, it's only one. You one and done, yo. You gone.
Nah, but you gotta hear the other side. We're all guys in here from the other side. Like, I mean,
we gotta have that
I agree.
conversation with a balanced
I
audience,
agree with
but
y'all, but I feel like
it's a one and done.
There's another.
It's over, yo.
It's over.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I'm saying back to the original thing you guys were talking about, like if your partner's ex passes away, right, and you marry that person or in a relationship with them, no matter what you do, like you guys said, you can make a mistake tomorrow, but that person isn't there to make a mistake tomorrow. Like,
right? Yeah,
they get
to do something they never did.
Yep, they
I mean,
get
God bless their soul.
memorialized in that person's head, man. And you're fighting a losing battle. I'm telling you that. I'm telling you, fighting a losing battle. I feel so bad for Will, and man, the kids is grown now. Will, you got all the money. Get out.
You can't do nothing.
Leave her.
I guess we can just pray for him.
Man, he need more than a prayer, yo. But with that, man, we're gonna go ahead and close the show out. I mean, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and listening with us, man. We need some.
I do have one thing to add before we end. We talked about quotes a few weeks ago. There's a good quote that I had that I wasn't able to say that day, and it's about humbling yourself. And it was this quote I read. It was like, when you're good at something, you'll tell everybody, but when you're great at something, everyone would tell you. So it's just like people that are loud and all about themselves, trying to say this and that. You're only good, but when you're great, you'll hear from other people. It's just about humbling yourself and all that.
And another thing too is like bad situations make you stronger. So it's like, saying you get bad situation, it'll make you stronger for the next situation. If it's bad, it won't hurt you as much. So everything's awesome.
All right, facts. We out.
Yes, sir. Thanks for tuning in to Opinions to Million podcast. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. New episode dropping every week. You want to hop on the next one? Shoot us an email. Follow us on all social media at Opinions to Million. We out.